There's a company called Energy Venture Analysis. They're one of the nation's leading energy consulting firms. A gentleman named Tom Houston from Princeton University, he said, a lot of people are under the assumption that CO2 would be kind of alleviated with wind farms. And he says basically from their analysis, and by the way, they've worked with the U.S. Congress and the EPA, they said that any CO2, any air pollution subject to a cap and trade may be displaced but not avoided. Okay. And now with the implementation of a federal cap and trade law, wind power will likely offer no future greenhouse gas emission reduction benefit. And now I have a question. Would you be opposed to a 5-year moratorium on ridgeline development to give people time, both sides of the argument, to figure this out, and maybe by that time wind technology might improve to a point that we can all kind of agree?
Okay, so the question is by you.
Okay, I'm not in a position tonight to respond to that. That would be something that PEAR would have to consider. There is understandably, there's a substantial investment that's being made now. A moratorium would probably not work particularly well with the calendar and the schedule that we've got. I would also point out that the problem associated, or at least potential problem associated with the need for new generation sources in the state of Vermont starts to get pretty real in this state well before the 5 years. And again, a 5-year moratorium, if a 5-year moratorium is on construction, that would be one thing. If it's on the permitting, that would be quite another, because obviously there is another 1.5 years or 2 years in between there. So I can't answer your question. It's probably a fair question. We could probably give it some thought, but my inclination would be for this project, I really rather doubt that that would be something that would be acceptable.